Hello everyone! Today I've decided to do my January TBR so you can see all the books I plan on reading in January. I do think I'm being a little bit optimistic about how much I'm going to be reading in January because I am in Panto as well in the last week, and all the books I've picked are either quite long or are very wordy. But we'll just see how I get on. So without further ado, here is my January TBR. The first book I will be reading in January and have already started is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. This book wasn't something I was that interested in when it first came out, but my boyfriend read it last year, this is his copy, and I felt that I could probably give it a read because of the amount of hype it's got. I do like to read hype books just to get my opinions on them. I didn't think it was going to be a book I would enjoy. I am enjoying it so far. I just didn't think it was a book I would enjoy as it's got gaming in it and I'm not a gamer. And it is sci-fi, it's classed as sci-fi as well, and something you should probably know about me, I don't get along with sci-fi very well. I find it very, very hard to understand. I was quite nervous going into this, but I am enjoying it so far. It's about a world called the Oasis that's been created by a guy called James Halliday. Unfortunately, he has died and has left his inheritance somewhere in this virtual game. And it's up to the players to find this investment. They've got to find keys to unlock things to the next, like gates and stuff like that. And it's basically kind of like an Easter egg hunt, and whoever gets to find the investment first wins, basically. That's the idea of it. And I am actually enjoying it. I'm about a quarter of the way through at the minute, so not too far through, but I am enjoying it so far, and it's actually okay, and I'm quite happy the fact that I am reading a sci-fi and finding it alright. And it was one of my New Year's resolutions this year to read more sci-fi books as well, so that's a great one to start with. The second book I plan on reading I don't actually have with me at the minute. It is a reread for me, and that's Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I read this a couple of years ago. My sister now has it at uni because she wanted to read it. She hasn't finished it. She didn't particularly want to finish it. She just didn't like it that much. I don't know why. I'm hopefully going to get that back from her either today when she gets back from uni if she remembers, or whenever she actually remembers to bring it back from uni. But hopefully I can get it soon because I would really like to reread it again soon. I've decided this year I'm going to do a rereads jar, but this month I knew I definitely wanted to reread Fangirl, so I haven't put that one in the jar. But I will be talking about the TBR jar in another video, which is going to be obviously for the rereads. So each month basically I'll be picking out of this rereads jar, and whichever book or series comes out of the jar I will be rereading in that month, because there are so many books I've got here that I want to reread that I haven't read in ages, so it would be a great way to get them reread. The next book I am reading in January is to do with Fangirl. You've probably all guessed now I've said that, and it is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. This is the fan fiction a girl called Kath in Fangirl writes during her time at uni in the novel Fangirl. And Rainbow Rowell has decided to put the whole of the fan fiction in its own book. It is fantastic. So this is basically like their version of Harry Potter, and Simon Snow is the chosen one, and he, I think, falls in love with a guy called Baz, who is a vampire maybe? It's a fantasy novel anyway, Harry Potter-esque, that kind of thing, and I've heard nothing but amazing things about this book, so I'm so excited to read this one. And the next book I plan on reading isn't that long, but it is very wordy, so it again might take me a while, and it is Dancer by Colin McCann. I got this book last year when I went to a book fair near where I live, and I got it for, I think it was like £1.50 or something. What was it? Was it for £1? I got this book for £1, so I was like, why not? I am also a dancer and a dance teacher, so this sounded like the perfect read for me. From the synopsis I can gather it's about a boy living in 1941 who really enjoys dance and will do anything to get his dance career going. So he ends up in Paris and he does his first season as a dancer in Paris, which he's loving, and the story basically goes through how it's affected him and also how it's affected the people around him. I'm guessing it's kind of like a Billy Elliot scenario where boys aren't meant to dance and things like that. That's what I'm kind of getting from the synopsis, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm really, really looking forward to it. And the final book I'm hoping to read, but it is really long, but I absolutely love this author. I've read a couple of her books. I read one last year and one a few years ago, and I absolutely love this author, and it's one of the ones I've not heard on BookTube actually. So the next book I plan on reading is The Secret Keeper by Kate Morton. How beautiful is this cover? It's stunning. All of Kate Morton's covers are like this. Like, they are really, really nice. They are super, super gorgeous covers. So, I mean, that's what drew me to Kate Morton to start with, definitely. I know don't judge a book by its cover and things, but this is stunning. This is a really beautiful book. It is huge. It is massive. It is how many pages? It looks bigger than the actual amount of pages, I would say. I think. Yeah, it's 602 pages, so yeah, okay, it's quite a chunky book. But it does actually look bigger than that, so maybe the pages are just thick, I don't know. So this book is about a girl called Laurel, who in 1961 witnesses a crime, basically, and over the years it affects her from what she's witnessed, and eventually in 2011 she decides to go find out more information about what happened. She ends up back in her old family home and begins to put together a secret history about 3 mystery characters called Dorothy, Vivian and Jimmy. I don't know much else, that's all I know, but knowing Kate Morton's writing, I'm sure it's going to be fantastic because I've not been let down yet, and I really, really enjoy her books, so I'm super excited to read a Kate Morton book again. If you've not read Kate Morton, I definitely recommend her novels. They're like historical fiction, so if you really enjoy historical fiction, then I am sure you would really enjoy Kate Morton's writing. And that is it for my January TBR. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you again in my next video very, very soon. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. That would be awesome, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye!